To get things started, we're going to be painting our boo and the wood base. And I already pre-sanded this down, so that's why it kind of looks a little rougher. But we're going to paint both of these first to get these going, and then we'll move on to our ghost friend. So first things first, we'll do the base. I'm going to do this in a dark brown. This dark brown color, and this is acrylic paint. It is called Bark Brown, is the name of it. And usually when I do wood, I do usually do acrylic paint. Let's go ahead and we'll paint our black on our boo. This is just acrylic paint in black. Nothing special. It's whatever black I just happen to come across. I'm not brand specific. So there's that. Well, we're going to paint this whole thing in black, and then we're going to sand it down to kind of give it a roughed up look. Okay, our two pieces are dry. I went ahead and I kind of sanded this one down already so that you could kind of rough it up and see how that looks. Now we're going to take this one, the boo, and we're going to do the same thing. This is a Gator sander. It is 120 grit. I got this at, I believe it was Lowe's home improvement store. But you can definitely, I think you can get them on Amazon. Some people said they've even seen them on Walmart. So just keep your eye out. They are great little sanders. We're just roughing this up. So next, we're going to do our little ghost friend. We're going to take him apart. So he's from the Dollar Tree. We're going to take his little eyes and mouth off. Try and save them if you can. Not for the fact of reusing them, but we're going to use them as a template. If you watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I do this a lot. It's actually very helpful. So we'll just save those. Probably start here at the bottom, I'm guessing. This is where it's starting from. There we go. And then we will just unravel. They're pretty easy to take apart. Especially if you can get it started at usually at the top or the bottom is usually how it does it. But they are not held on with glue. They are just wrapped on here. And part of that, I think, is because there is some wire in this tinsel. They're calling it tinsel. But it's a wire, a small wire in it. So it kind of stays where you put it. And then on top of that, it has these little, I call them nubs. So, so those are what kind of help hold it on there. We are actually going to take, I have these wire cutters, and I got these at the floral section, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, even I've seen them at Walmart. They even have them at home improvement stores as well. And they're just simple wire cutters. I find they work the best for cutting these off. But definitely you could probably use scissors, or you could just leave them on if you wanted to just leave it on too. So I cut all these off, the little nubs. And it kind of looks like a little cactus, right? You kind of look like a little cactus. Kind of fun. So now we're going to wrap him. And we're going to wrap him with some twine. This is white twine. This is actually from Walmart, actually. I got it, so it's a little bit thicker than stuff you can get from Dollar Tree. We're going to go ahead, we're going to do his arms first. A little bit of this middle part here that is going to be a little bit harder to get to. And then we'll start at the top and then go down. So there's a little method to the madness a little bit here. We are going to be using hot glue to kind of help us with this project. So kind of get started here. Just put a couple dots there. Hold it down to get started. So now I'm kind of, to get this middle portion covered, I'm kind of thinking might need to do a little bit of back and forth in the middle here. So we're going to kind of go all the way from the outsides and come across before I start wrapping it around. All right, so just going back and forth. Might need some hot glue to help hold these on, because they are slipping. So let's backtrack that a little bit here. Because the arms aren't exactly identical on each side. So let me put some hot glue to kind of help hold it a little bit here. And that is pretty good coverage. So now what we're going to do is wrap the arms this way. So again, hot glue is going to be your friend to try and help hold this on a little bit. Kind of just go so. Now, drop down here, across his back, and up here. I'm going to put some hot glue in here and kind of help hold this a little bit. We are coming to the end here. Figure out this is the back. So we're going to end it in the back. Right. Okay. So he's all done. Now he needs eyes, right? He needs eyes and a mouth if you want to do a mouth. I'm not going to do a mouth on mine. But he could totally, this were from the original one, with his mouth, I think was like so, and then he had his eyes, and you could totally reuse these if you wanted to. It's kind of wonky because it's got the stuff on the back, but we're not going to reuse those because I don't like they're a paper, and I don't care for that. So we're going to use felt. And we're just going to use these as the template for it. So we're just going to cut them out. If you find that even after you cut them out, you don't like the shape, we can always adjust that as well. It's totally easy to do, you know, or you could do your own eyes completely. So there's one. There we go. I like those. I am not going to do a mouth. I don't think he needs a mouth. We're going to leave him with just eyes. Those look so cute. And he looks really cute with his little hair kind of standing up there. Now, we're going to bring back our little wood block. This is a 4-inch, which fits perfectly with his body. And we're going to put his boo right in front of him. So cute, right? Okay. Well, so we're going to put him towards the back of the wood round so that the boo can line up sideways, right? So we're going to put him towards the back, glue him on here. he's glued on. Now the boo is just going to lay sideways. So we want it kind of like teepeed, right? So he can stand up against him. But this looks kind of boring, right? So we're going to take, this is Spanish moss. And we don't need a lot, just a little bit. And we're going to put that right around in front of him. So just enough to place right in front of him. All right? Take this. And just kind of set it there. Push it into the glue. Try not to get any glue on you so you don't burn yourself there. And just kind of trim up the unruly ones. So I glued it to his body first, and then we'll come behind and do these, the bottom. So now he is all glued on. How cute is that? That's adorable. Now you could also put a ribbon on his head. You could put a ribbon for his neck. You could put little pumpkins down here. You don't have to put boo. You could put little pumpkins. You could do a little, like he could do a little banner holding from hand to hand saying like Happy Halloween or boo or whatever you want him to say. It's totally up to you. He could be done so many different ways and he is so cute. But definitely let people know where you saw him at Purple Penguin Craft Room, and happy crafting.